So next we're going to talk about the sensational case of Carlee Russell. Now, I covered this briefly last time on an update. If you saw that, I got like a couple things wrong. It was Talitha Russell. It's actually Carlee Russell. Her full name is like, I think Carlee Talitha Russell or something like that. Anyway, it was just breaking, like the missing her information saying she was missing and had stopped to help a toddler had just came out, and we were so concerned. We were like, is this human trafficking? What is this? Like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And hoping that she would be found, we'd have more information, and then, did we get what we wished for?
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's a lot.
It is ridiculous.
So, anyway, let's go through the breakdown of what happened. So, it was, what day? It was July 13th is the day that this year that she disappeared. Well, this is the full timeline. Let's go from a couple days before that. July 11th and 13th. Through 13th, okay? This is all 3 of those days. She is searching. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert or search? How to take money from a register without being caught. Birmingham bus station. One-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville. Departure date July 13th, the day she went missing.
No way. She was looking on that day.
Yep.
The more that comes out, the less I'm able to be like, yeah, this could have been a mental break.
Taken, a movie about abduction. The Maximum, and I think she even tweeted Taken was one of her favorite movies.
I think she did. I think I heard that. And not to mention, but we watched on stream the what's it called?
The trailer.
The trailer of it. And it shows the person on the phone screaming and dropping
leaving
the phone.
I know.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we've talked about this on stream too. So if you ever want more, we talk about this stuff all the time on stream.
The difference on the pre-recorded versus on stream is on stream we are digging and looking up and investigating and talking through and researching. On here we are not doing that. Yeah.
So the maximum age of an Amber Alert and other searches,
how much does an Amber Alert
police
cost?
say shed light on her mental state, but aren't going to be released. So there's even more that they're not releasing. And, we get all this information after she shows up at her parents' house, and police do, gosh, why can I not think of the word? My mind is totally blanking. A press conference.
Yep.
So, earlier the day of her disappearance, she is shown taking a bathrobe and toilet paper from her place of work at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
Yep.
And then she stops to get food, pick up takeout from the Colonnade for her mother. And then she stops at a Target and gets snacks, stayed in the parking lot for a few minutes in her car, and then drives. And she gets on Interstate 459. Well, at 9:34 p.m., she makes the 911 call saying there's a male toddler on the side of the road and nothing but a white t-shirt and a diaper. And let me tell you, she sounds totally nonchalant. If I found a toddler in a diaper on the side of the road, I'd be kind of freaking out a little bit.
Yeah. I agree.
She sounds so calm, cool, and collected.
Well, she says that the toddler is clothed at first, and then the 911 operator asks for a deeper description.
Yep. She says, "Well, he's
and then
white."
She says, "No pants, just diaper."
Yep. The initial one's he's white, he's fully clothed, and he's like, "Well, he's not wearing pants; it's just a diaper."
Yeah,
it
stood
changes.
out to me.
It stood out to me too. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't know if it was that relevant. So, data shows that when she called 911, she continued driving 600 yards. That is 6 football fields worth of distance.
At night, the dead of night. Okay.
While allegedly following the toddler. How is the toddler going that fast that far?
I know.
Makes no sense.
She goes about 600 yards in in like 10 or 15 seconds. So she's traveling pretty quick. Okay?
It's not slow. So we watched the traffic camera footage on stream. If you haven't seen it, I mean, this is basically what it looks like. You kind of see like, it's not great footage. It's sent off to the FBI. They haven't got the results back yet. But you kind of see like a car door open on the driver's side. Somebody get out, walk around the back of the car, open the back door, and then you kind of... There's speculation that she takes off running, but it's really hard to see. Well, she was on the phone with her sister-in-law, so her brother's wife, and... She's going up to the toddler to ask if it's okay. The sister-in-law says she doesn't hear the child answer, but then she hears Carlee scream and drop the phone. And then she's like freaking out. Okay, the police show up 5 minutes after Carlee's 911 call. Her wig and her phone, and I think keys maybe, are strewn out on the grass next to her car. Mm-hmm. And her Apple Watch and AirPods are in her purse. The snacks are gone. The bathrobe is gone, and the toilet paper is gone.
Oh, man. Camping trip with a bathrobe, toilet paper, and snacks. What?
It just sounds so absurd.
It does. I agree.
It's really weird.
But the red roof details.
Yeah. The red roof. Yep. We're gonna get into that a little bit. So... there on ensues the 49-hour investigation period, okay? Her parents are going out to the media saying, help us find our child. They go to Atlanta. They got a tip there, but they plan on going there anyway to search. There's no sign of her. We have FBI, Homeland, we have Secret Service. The nation is looking for her
Which
everywhere.
Is uncommon, by the way. I've got to say, that's really uncommon for some of these agencies to get involved with in the way that they did. I don't think she was expecting it to blow up like this. And there's a lot of money invested in this, you guys. And we brought it up multiple times on the stream, but like... if I were her and they're going to charge me with something, I almost would rather take the criminal charges than the amount of money it costs that they put into this.
Yeah, no
It's going to be in the millions in 48 hours.
For sure it will. So July 15th in the afternoon, 911 dispatchers get a call saying from the Red Roof Inn in Vestavia Hills, that family members of Carlee show up and say that she called from the Red Roof Inn. Somebody said that she was there. So family members told the person in the lobby that they
robe and toilet paper?
They received a call from Russell saying she was at the motel. Police say there's no evidence for someone signing in under her name. The other weird thing is apparently when asked, the family said that people were being mean and said they got a text message from her there. And that doesn't corroborate the 911 dispatcher's account of this and the Red Roof Inn workers saying that she called from there. Basically, the family said they got a tip that they got a text message from her and she was there or something like that. So maybe they were lying to try to get more information. Like, we know because she called from here. Like, maybe they were lying.
Maybe. I don't know. Or she had a secret lover for real.
This is a lot to go through just to meet up with a secret lover. But we're going to get into the boyfriend, Carlee's boyfriend here in a minute.
It could be a win-win for her, though. She might like the attention, not expecting it to blow up nationally, globally, like in minutes.
Why would she even call 911? Why wouldn't she just call her sister-in-law or something and like...
Dude, I have no clue.
I don't know. I think the reason it blew up is because of the implications of a toddler on the side of the road and them getting snatched. That sounds like something super nefarious and a child is involved. So I think automatically when a child's involved and is missing, and especially a little baby like this, they're going to get FBI involved most of the time, and they should, because of the extra databases, and like they have a lot more tools at their disposal for finding someone across state lines and stuff.
Absolutely.
So, at 10:44 p.m., Carlee Russell returns to her parents' house on foot. So there's surveillance footage showing her walking down the sidewalk alone. Neighbors apparently said that she was acting like totally normal, and then as she got closer, she started like acting 50
yards away. Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's true. It's alleged, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Police show up with medical professionals and evaluate her. She has a minor injury to her lip and $107 stuffed in her sock. No alcohol or drugs in her system. The sock is weird. The money in the sock is weird
because if someone took you...
Did she bust her own lip?
Imagine being the person doing that. That's
like, I'm gonna bite my own lip or bust my own lip so it looks like something happened to me, but there's nothing else wrong with her other than that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so this is Carlee's statement.
Carlee.
July 15th, this is the only time she talks to police, and this is what she says. When she got out of the car to check on the toddler, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. The man picked her up, took her over a fence, and the next thing she remembers was being in the back of an 18-wheeler. In the truck, there was a man with orange hair and a bald spot. Russell reported also hearing a woman and a baby. Russell escaped the truck but found herself back in a car and taken to a house where she was undressed and possibly photographed. A woman fed her cheese and crackers and played with her hair.
I think it was Cheez-Its.
Well,
literally, Cheez-Its.
Yeah. People are saying she bought Cheez-Its at Target and then claimed that she ate Cheez-It. The lady fed her Cheez-Its. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is what it says, though, according to the police. Cheese and crackers and played with her hair. She was able to escape and found herself running.
Its lotion on the skin.
Found herself running through the woods and ended up near her home. Like she just runs out of the woods and is near her parents' house. That sounds insane.
None of it makes sense. None of it.
So her parents came out and did, a Today Show interview and said that she, has talked to the police so they can look for abductors, say they absolutely believe there's still an abductor on the loose, while the police are saying
they're just doubling
there's nothing.
Down.
They said, we have no evidence of a child. We don't think there's a threat to the community or that there's an abductor. They said they're willing to talk to her, but her parents keep saying that she's not mentally stable enough to talk. Really strange.
The type of person that it takes to do this, though, I don't think they're mentally stable. Like,
no.
What was she expecting to come running out of the woods? I really wish I would have seen the movie Taken to see how the ending is. Is the ending some grand, like, he's fighting crime and messing people up and everything, and then at the end, while he's fighting somebody, the taken person comes, like, running out on their own? Was she imagining, like, this group of people being at her house, just like, oh, yeah, Carlee's back?
Well, see, here's one thing.
It's so ridiculous.
So, Talitha Russell is her mom's name.
Okay. What about it?
So that's what I said her name was in the beginning. I think that's because her middle name is Talitha, like her mom, and they got it wrong.
Well, when we first looked at the missing poster, it had Talitha on it.
It wasn't. It was a news article. It wasn't a poster. The poster always had Carlee on it, but that was made after the fact. When I first looked this up, there wasn't even a poster. I don't think it was just a news article, and they had stuff wrong.
Yeah.
So anyway, Talitha Russell, the mother, said she went to hug her daughter when she first returned, but had to stand back for the medical professionals. And I'm thinking, how quick did they get there? She showed up at your house, then you called 911. And then she said that Carlee had to mentally and physically fight for her life. Well, the boyfriend said that too. Initially, he came out to stand up for her and say, that she had to fight for her life for those first 48 hours. And, now he's deleted all existence of her on his social media.
No way.
All. You can barely tell they were ever together.
Secret lover?
And it used to be filled with pictures of them, like really nice pictures, like they were like little social media couple, and it's all taken down. He's deleted all of it.
No way.
And I don't know if that is because he doesn't want the attention. I don't know if that's because he doesn't believe her anymore and he wants to disassociate with her.
I mean, who literally does believe her anymore?
I don't think anybody.
I would
not
need
even
to
the
see,
police. The police definitely don't believe
I would
her.
need to see signs of the mental instability, and we have meticulous planning. Now, it might not be smart planning because she's caught on camera all over the place, and she's taking very obvious items that if you're going trekking through the woods, like you would find in a hiker's backpack, okay? Mm-hmm. And you're doing these things like one after another leading up to going missing, but...
Look how much he deleted. He only has 7 posts now, and it's all just single pictures of him.
Yeah. Somebody that had a mental breakdown would not be able to comprehend and execute planning like this. Okay? This is wild, man. I'm so curious. I wish I could be a fly on the wall because, so many people out there too watch that interview with the parents, us included, and tried to break it down and rip it apart. And I do feel like there were a couple spots in there where the body language made me feel awkward. Like the shaking their heads no while they're answering yes, and yes, most of the time it's like in a circular motion, but the fact that they're like resisting shaking heads no as they're saying yes, we believe this, is a major red flag and indicator that that's your, body language that you can't control, that is saying there's doubt in this response. Yeah. So
well, now the tweets kind of paint a picture that their relationship was not doing well. Okay. Like at all. So she tweeted, it says July 13th at right before, 15 minutes before the 911 call, she said, yeah, I want a family now. A few minutes earlier, she tweeted, today was a great day. God be looking out, I'm telling you. And someone to tell you I don't love you. Someone to tell you I love you and don't got a reason. So that's just the ones right before. But in the months previous, she was saying, I always say one thing I won't do is stay with someone who cheated on me like you went and had sex with someone else and think I'll be sweet one day. Hell no. And that was July 10th. There's more, though. She tweeted, her job's getting on her nerves. Everyone wants to feel wanted. I'm thankful I know how to identify when the enemy is coming for me now. Makes life a lot easier. The devil be trying to get me, but God fighting back for me. You think you have a bond with someone until they show you never did. You think you close with somebody, whole time they do you worse than your enemies. Interesting, huh?
The whole world is on to you, man. Carlee Russell. You fudged this one, let me tell you.
So, and human trafficking experts have completely rejected the idea and theory that a toddler would be used as bait, saying this is not a tactic that traffickers use.
I didn't think so.
There's too many ways it can go wrong, and there would be multiple reports of a toddler on the side of the road, not just this one random person.
Agreed. I agree. And we said that on stream, and I still felt that way. You're like, there's so many effective ways that human traffickers,
they got
are
it
able
down.
to get people that they have down. They've been doing it for decades successfully. They are not going to take a toddler that can't be controlled, like don't even have the brain formation yet to listen to a command and actually be reliable to follow that or anything like that, dude. A toddler on the side of the road would just as likely stand still in one spot as they would be to run out in the middle of the road. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And she's tripping.
Well, get this.
Jeez.
People who, when the story first broke, people started donating to Crime Stoppers in Alabama for the reward money for information on her.
I heard
$63,000. So now people are like, I want my money back.
Yep.
Crime Stoppers initially said they would refund it, and they actually then said they weren't going to, and they would use it towards other cases.
If you say you're going to refund it, you should. You got to make sure you follow that through. I think that's kind of messed up. Yeah. Honestly. Because it's going towards a specific thing. The reward money for this child and woman.
I mean, I'd be okay if I get it was for her, but I'd be okay if it went towards anybody, to be honest. But I think to come out and say that you're going to refund it does. But to come out and say you're going to refund it and then not is like, you can't really go back on that, in my opinion.
No, I don't think you should either. And plus, I don't think there's anything wrong with people taking their hard-earned money and wanting to feel some kind of personal connection, like they're doing something good. And without knowing what your money's going to, you're being robbed of that, too. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. The one thing I do know is she's tripping. I hope that we get to find out what her reasoning was for this.
Agreed.
Was it attention? Was this... that her dude had cheated on her and she had a side dude, and this was a way to, put a spotlight on her and her life that she felt like she needed, which again, girls should be in 5150 for that.
Oh, yeah. So here's a statement by
This is risky behavior.
This is the chairman of the board for Crime Stoppers, Frank Bearfield. He said... the funds received by Crime Stoppers associated with Carlee's case are currently in a special account and will remain there to be available as a reward for any tipster who provides information to Crime Stoppers that is useful in solving any crime associated with Carlee's disappearance. So maybe even her own lies.
Oh.
So it could be her own reward money could be used against her.
That's good. That's a good twist.
It is kind of a good twist.
They're like, come on, sleuthies, help us figure this one out.
You donated, figure out what she lied about, and we'll give it back.
Yeah, I still think they should give it back. But, in a worst-case scenario where they're just not going to, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
But that's all I got on Carlee. Let us know what you think about this outrageous case. I'm really curious. I know there were a lot of random tips coming in here and there around the internet, and actually a few of them turned out to be true. Somebody had inside information out there, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think she's lying? I think she's lying.
Yeah, let us know what you think based on the evidence that's here, and should she be held accountable, and what does that look like? Are we talking criminal charges here? Are we talking repayment for having all of these officials involved? Because look, all these different agencies went from 0 to 100, okay?
They did.
Now, what's going to happen the next time something happens? And are they going to be as quick to jump and be like, dude, last time we did this, we got screwed, you know what I mean? So we aren't going to jump this quick. Give it 24 hours, which could end up allowing a crime not to be solved. Yeah, and so many people from, the world got invested in it and started going hard trying to figure out what happened to her. I know one lady who... her daughter went missing and was murdered, literally led, the search in the area. Yeah.
Crazy. Like, so many people were so invested. They donated their time. Law enforcement who could be worrying about way more important things.
It is wild. It absolutely
Carlee
is wild.
You really messed up. I hope it was a psychotic break for your sake.
Yeah.